Okay. So this week I'm going to be talking about super maximum security prisons, and I first want to start out by saying or describing what a supermax prison is. A supermax prison is the highest security prison that somebody can go to, and it consists of 23 hours a day in single cell confinement, at least 23 hours a day. Some of them it's around the clock, 24 hours, but single cell confinement. You're not allowed to go do stuff by yourself. You're not allowed to be around other inmates. And the reasoning behind this is, the reason these prisons were made was for the safety of the prison guards, the inmates, medical staff, just everybody that works inside of a prison. This is for their safety. Because in the article that was posted this week, it described these individuals that go to supermax prisons as the worst of the worst. Meaning that just because they're in prison, they would find a way to commit another crime. Like they would murder a prison guard, another inmate, harm inmates, and this way in a supermax prison they can't do that because they literally have eyes on them 24/7. They're not allowed to interact with others and have that opportunity to make a mistake. And in the article that was posted, there was 2 questions about supermax prisons. One was, do we need them? And yes, we do need them, because you've got inmates out here that have done some horrible things. And what's to say that just because they're behind bars, they won't do it again? And there's ones in supermax prisons that have been in medium security prisons, but they were all the time getting in fights, trying to break out, just doing stuff that just added to the list. And death row inmates are also put in supermax because these individuals have nothing to lose. They know they're going to die. They know they're going to get the death penalty. So putting these individuals in supermax prisons ensures that they don't hurt somebody else. And the second question that was in the article was, how effective are they? Do they work? And yes, they do work, because if you look, you don't see as many inmate riots, fights in supermax prisons because they don't get the opportunity. They have a prison guard on their back 24/7. They don't have the chance to commit a crime or to do something horrible. And another thing about supermax prisons is it keeps like cigarettes and other contraband from making it into the prison. We've all heard about, like, in medium security and minimum security, drones coming over the yard and dropping cell phones, cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, dropping it into the yard for these inmates to get. At a supermax prison, that's not possible. So yes, supermax prisons are effective in cutting down on all the violence that takes place within prison. And it also asked, is it cost effective? And it didn't say much about whether it's cost effective, because if you go and look on a stat sheet, the amount of money it takes for each inmate in each prison is mind-boggling. It is ridiculous. Billions and billions of dollars on our inmates. So I don't really know how cost effective supermax prisons are, but I do know how effective it is in keeping the violence down and keeping everybody in that prison safe. And that should be the number one priority. Should be the safety of the inmates. Yes, they've committed crimes and stuff, but they should still be safe while in prison. And there's been so many times that a correctional officer has been hurt, killed. There has been other prison staff that have been hurt. So supermax prisons cut down on this. And one of the policy implications I ran across was that it is almost seen as a last resort, which means, like, if you're in a supermax prison, you basically ran out of chances. And like I said about somebody being in a medium security prison and getting in fights all the time and all that, they're running out of chances. And as a last resort, they go to Supermax prison, where they're not allowed to do anything. All the freedoms that they still have while in prison are basically gone. So I do believe that Supermax prisons are a great thing. I believe that we should definitely keep them around, because at the end of the day, the safety of those within a prison should be the only thing on our mind. We shouldn't be so caught up in giving these people maximum penalties, or they should be there to serve their time and do it safely. They shouldn't be, they've already got enough on their mind with the charges and what they committed and all that. They shouldn't have to worry about getting hurt while behind bars. So yes, I think Supermax prisons are a great thing.